I was just talking to John Guy in the UK because he's down for the count. He's working from home a little bit. He's gotten surgery and stuff. And he's like, I'm waiting for you to do a video, so here it is. Here's your Bigfoot video. Mike, I think I am getting out, but by the time you won't see a Bigfoot video today, so it's not Bigfoot. This is what I'm here to talk about real quick. It is, but it's not. Look, one of the things you can do, there's a new trident leaning in a field right by my house, right? It's a beautiful one too, and it just got there. I've been looking at it for like a week. I've almost done a video on it every single time, and I did film it was going to be in this video, but then my memory filled up, so I had to start over. Hey, while I'm here, let's check this. Let's check this out. I always look in the winter, but let's check in the summer for activity. It seems like these guys are only here. One of the things I wanted to say was one of the common sense tactics you can apply in this is the way they look and where they are. This is my opinion only so far. Is that so if you're looking at say a big, like even an imaginary Bigfoot that has an open face, he's kind of like a person with hair, right? More or less. Here's where there's tons of activity, like in the snow. Maybe I think in the summer, but you just can't notice it as much. But these trees are real active with whatever I call them, the shadow people. That doesn't mean they are. It's just a nickname because I got nothing on the ground. You got to see it as soon as it snows. Then all of a sudden, he starts doing sticks. I don't see anything here right now. It's weird. I want to show you the totem pole too. I only showed it once, and it wasn't long enough. I want to actually show you. So all out in here are these others, right? It's all like a preserve out here, and then there's a totem pole there, which I find with some of their faces on it, which I find to be amazing to me. Look at that totem pole. So what I want to say is that I really believe that, so the guy that put the trident there, I'm not sure, but like the ones that you see these little holes and all this eating and stuff like that, you can kind of go by that. We're not dealing with people all that much, like a people type of Bigfoot. That's where the dogmen come in, these other beings. There's many, many, many beings in this world. So stop arguing with each other. You're both right or you're both wrong. I mean, it can, depending on what you're talking about. Oh, look at that cloud. I see a lot of this lately where it's real weird looking. Maybe that one's not too weird, but there's like some real weird looking, like UFO looking, like clouds. You see them, just to keep an eye out. That's all. It's a lot like UFOs and stuff. Is a lot like what I do. Nobody's looking. Okay, so this is the biggest secret in anything. You think you're looking, but you're not, or you're waiting for someone else to tell you. That's what it is. You're waiting for it to be on the news. Someone else will. If it happens, I'll hear about it. It's like you'd be surprised. I mean, nothing will get out of my community. I could die if I die tomorrow. I'm serious. If I died tomorrow, it'd be no big deal. No one would know. It would only stay within our little communities. Word wouldn't even travel. A rumor here or there, someone might hear, like, oh yeah, I heard that guy, I heard he died, but it'd be more like in the future. It wouldn't be right away. It's a great example of how censored we are and how restricted. They will not allow, it only goes out, you think it's going, but it's not. It will never go out beyond me, beyond my friend network and your networks, and that it'll only get to a certain amount of people. They have done this on purpose. They cannot have global information being shared. So if something huge happens, they have time to stop it. They don't care if 1 million people see something. That's nothing. You can easily still right under the rug. That was fake, or this is that. They just say anything, and people want to believe the lie they cover up so much quicker than they want to believe the truth. That's all they're looking for, is the cover up. I was right here in the summer. Remember, Kelly? There was one. He was like right on the corner. They're like Ewok types. And then I got the white ones in this tree. You guys, I'm telling you, I saw them. Okay. So I get the white, that's why I call them the shadows, because there's black ones and there's white ones. I'll show you. I'll try to, I can't put it in this video because I want to just upload this. If I was going to edit this, I'd throw them in there. You got to see the timestamps from this tree. This is the best one. This is where they do the TP in the tree. All summer they've been, no matter what, they clean it up, the town, and then look, there's something else there again. They don't care, they just do it again, and again, and again, and again. See the stuff on the ground there? Look at that. It's not human. They're not hiding. And then they had a whole entire teepee that wrapped inside right in there, and I filmed them right there. And they just looked at me. They weren't even hiding. I'm telling you, because there's they're not worried. So what it is, this is so in place across the earth, right? It's been so carefully planned and executed. That's why it's done the same. So no matter where you are, believe me, I closely monitor friends all over the world on a daily basis. I have, I'm all over this, right? I don't have to explain that. You guys know that. And it's always the same thing. It's no matter what happens. I mean, you might find a place that's prettier than somewhere else, or someone found a better ex than the other person. That's not the point. I don't see it like that. Sometimes, yeah, like I'm like, oh my God, like it's too good. But other times, to me, it's all just as exciting. If you show me them, it doesn't have to be cool looking to me. It seems to be this crazy thing that we're all like want to find the best. Like he gets the best. I mean, I kind of like people say that about me. Like Mark Colorado Bigfoot has definitely got the best structures. Now I like that, but it doesn't. It's not has nothing to do with like it has to do with me. But I didn't build them. I'm just in the right place. That's why I don't leave here. This guy almost wanted to pull out before. You couldn't wait 1 second. He was just trying to pull out before. This is the world we live in. You're just impatient, crazy people. Now, I drive faster than anybody, but the people don't know that, so he thinks he's going to come out and cut me off, and then he's going to hold me up because he thinks I'm driving slow. But it's like, I am definitely a lead foot. I'm always speeding. It doesn't matter. Like, not dangerously, but like right here, I'm speeding. It's 25. I'm probably going 35. And it still feels too slow. You know what I mean? So it's when I say speeding, I don't mean, anyway. There's sophistication levels. Most of the most sophisticated beings on this earth that we aren't aware of, involved with the forest and stuff, are not there that much. They're inside. They're dimensional / inside this earth. I think the inside of this earth, this is a complete opinion. I do not know, but I'm willing to believe that the inside of this earth is dimensional as well. So just because you're in the earth doesn't mean you're not borderlining other dimensions. You can be anywhere and be in a different dimension. It's a very confusing thing. I believe there's 11. They can't be there without each other. I don't want to talk about dimensions because I don't know. I'm the last person on earth you want to talk to about. I just know that I know they tell me it's something to do. It's something like that. So it's more than that as well. It's not just that. They have many different fail-safes and ways of doing this, and some of them they're just not worried about it at all. Like they know everything about us. Like, so even if they get seen, I do think you get in trouble a little bit if you're like that. Like, let's say I haven't looked at it, but the Bigfoot in Colorado. Can you imagine? There's a Bigfoot sighting in Colorado. Not one person on earth looks to me that just shows you what's been done here. I'm the only one who can tell you about the Colorado footage. I'm the only one in the world that can actually tell you the truth about the footage. Not one person has asked me. Colorado Bigfoot, the only one in the world that does Bigfoot, that's known. And not one person asked me. They're just as soon as two people that know nothing of this subject film it, then it's okay. But if you do it every day, you're ignored, like you're out there lying to people. This is what I'm sick of. I mean, you guys have no idea how many days I've really considered just leaving that moment. Like that instant, like just packing it up, and because it's not me giving up. It's realizing that the world, it's impossible because human beings are so opinionated, so crazy, and they're all wrong about their opinions. That's the hard part. So it's one thing to have opinions and be sort of close, but the opinions of this earth, it's not really their fault. That's the problem. It's hard for me to admit this because I want to blame them. They're using information they believe is real, and it's information that's nothing. It's what you all have. It's what you learn in school. It's what's in the books in the library. This is worthless information. None of it applies. Do you understand? You're being groomed for your life, so you don't stick your nose where it shouldn't be. They can't do what they do if you know anything. And it's getting really old trying to explain this to like a doorknob. Thing I say is not a fact. I'll never forget they did that. It's still there. Look at that. I found this the night I was on the way home from the airport, and it stuck out like in my lights, like they wanted me to know. It's the others. They live right there. right in there somewhere. I don't know if they live there, but they use that. It's all decorated in there. I wonder if these people know. It's the same thing. It's the same trees, and you guys, in these trees, I see leaners all the time. Like, she was right there. I didn't want to think I was pointing at her. They have leaners, new leaners on that tree all the time, and I see they move them. I think they it just falls from the tree, but it's at the base. They always have a leaner. It's an internal thing that they do. And there's a lot of people listening to me right now that most of the people listening to me, well, not most, but a lot of them go out. And they'll all confirm with you. You guys, I need a little bit more of that. You got to stick up for me and be down there, type and be like, you're the one that's crazy. Mark knows what he's doing. Da, da, da. Like, where are people sticking up? Why aren't you sharing stuff? Are you embarrassed of knowing the truth? You're embarrassed of people that know nothing and think you're dumb for knowing everything. Do you see the world that we live in? It's a crazy thing, man. You guys, listen, have a great day. Just remember, sophistication levels, okay? Leaning trident over here, which is on every single one, okay? So in this case, this is a great example, actually. You'll see the giant leaning trident, right? With a cow underneath it, which is probably no mistake. Underneath, right exactly where that cow is, right, is a hole, and it has two leaners. Like, he literally marks the hole, right? Let me show you. It's too overgrown now to show, but look at the next one. What is it? Trident. To make no mistakes, okay? Now this is not Bigfoot, okay? They know him. Remember, it's just one guy. Someone's like, Mark, I saw him. I'm like, who? They're like, Bigfoot. I'm like, you saw him. Like, it's one person. It's like saying you saw a human and you weren't human. They're like, yeah, well, which one? They're like, I don't know. It was him. That one. Look at a little baby looking at me. He's looking right at me. Blatant. That's on every single patch. There's a leaner and a trident. These guys come right out of the ground. You can see that right where the trident is, there's a hole in the ground. You just can't see it because of the foliage. Right there, there's a hole. Maybe you can see it. I don't know. I think it's in that tree. It goes into that tree. And that's where they come out. And it's like something I don't understand. I have seen them with my eyes. Certain ones. They have white faces. They look like pieces of paper sometimes. They're with legs and arms. They're very weird looking. And look, even go to the third patch. What do you see? It's a trident. That's the one. They moved that because I told them. I said, you guys, they were listening to me. I was here at night and they were all there and I don't know how. And I said, you guys, that's supposed to be a trident. I come back the next day, it's a trident. I'm not kidding. The other stick is still there for a long time. They took it down and put an actual, like it was a trident, but it wasn't good enough. And now that's been there ever since, and it's never wavered, it's never moved. And that's the third one within 100 yards. Nothing else. You won't see another stick. Okay, and there's 1, 2, 3. So if you do it anything in threes, it's real. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Not with the reason I'm showing you this is because I need to explain to you that this is not Bigfoot. What I do really isn't Bigfoot. Why is my name Bigfoot? Because I started this, I didn't know any better. So that's why, it's hard. It's a difficult situation to be in. I'm like, I want to change my name. Some people are like, yeah, you should. Because there is other people that feel the same way about that term. But other people were like, well, yeah, but no one will know who you are. Like, if you change your name, no one's going to know. Your clout is Colorado Bigfoot. Like, no one's going to know who you are. And I was like, I don't really care. I mean, a little bit, but like, so in other words, just change the name of my channel. People are like, did you patent? I'm like, no, I'm not patent. You can take it. You can have my name. I was like, I never patented because, or whatever it is, copyrighted it because no one can do this subject with my name. So you could steal my name. You just be doing me a favor because then I'll just make my new one. But then you just be ridiculed because no one's gonna watch you with my name because there's only a very small community here and they're all gonna know you stole my name. So it doesn't make much sense. You would just do it just to bother me. You would just to hold on to it. You couldn't generate any income or any subs on there because they would know you stole it. Oh goodness, man, this world it's really hard. I think we have to be in some kind of test. I know I am. You guys might just be here to enjoy life. I know I have been put here to to be put through a rigorous test of the emergency, are you a good human or not service. Look at those waves. I love that. I'm always fascinated with like, oh, that's just natural. I'm glad you know, because without that person, we would be lost forever. So you guys, those waves are just natural. It's just natural. You guys realize these are Karens, right? This is the person saying that is the person that's going to be screaming and crying on the ground when she gets pulled over by a police officer, right? That's one of the things that you got to stop reading things in your own words like it's actually someone as good as you typing. These are all the bottom feeders of the earth. They're people that have failed in life. I have failed, but they're like forever failed, and they want to cast their misery on others. No matter what happens, I could be giving away $1 million a day to people just for no reason to help them, and I would be ridiculed, and I would get hate messages, death threats. Everything. You can't do anything good in this world without being attacked. What does that tell you? I'm telling you, you will be shut down. Have you ever seen all the broadcasts get shut down? I would just like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Just like gets shut down. It's happened so many times it can't be a coincidence. This earth is pure evil. And that's why you love money. That's why you want something good. I'm telling you, I'm not telling you I'm trying to change anything or get you to believe anything. That's not my job. But just be careful with the temptation. That's how I would look at life. Like, just don't be too tempted. I'm speaking completely from experience. Like, gamble. I didn't gamble, but like these are all things that are very easy. I think that money, it's all, just remember, everything is real. So anything you have ever heard of, giants, UFOs, any expression, money is the root of all evil, every single thing that you have ever heard has some truth in it, some truth to it. Prove me wrong. So that's something to think about. You will never, ever think or do anything on this earth. That's a subject, anything. Megalodon. Think of anything that has been a conspiracy theory or anything like that. It's all real or has some truth to it. And every movie has some truth to it. It's all real. We are a collective, and that's how they pray. They know this. And that's how they prey upon your subconscious. So even if they do a completely fictional movie, there's actually much truth in it. It's even if you would think, no, that's ridiculous. It is. This is how they get you. This is why you love things. You actually are drawn to being a superhero. You're drawn to be. It's because some of it's actually true. Am I saying Superman's real? No. That would be cool, wouldn't it? He's like, yeah. Now, if there was one, I would find it very hard to believe. I think they've tried to make one, make superhuman people, but no, there's no Superman. That's the one thing I can promise you, because of being a human. This is the catch, okay? Nobody gets anything. We are all the same. Yes, a couple people have like psychic ability. Believe it or not, that's more of like a birth defect. I'm serious. It's not a defect, but in a sense, I think it did happen by accident. Like a psychic. There's some of these guys and girls are real. I mean, this is a real thing. I never knew till I did this. And mediums and stuff like that. It's real. I've gotten firsthand with these guys. I'm the same as you. Like, how can that be? I'm like, they're just. Now, is the tarot card person at the beach behind the curtain real? Probably not. But there's real ones. Like, I have personal friends. This is a real thing. I've had a really well-known Kelly. What's her name? Kelly the psychic. She has a YouTube channel, and she's the real deal. And I brought her in the forest, and she that was talking to them. You can't fool me. Not in this. You can fool me, but not when you're in the forest as a psychic. You'll never fool me. There's no way. Oh, it's so exciting. I got off my train of thoughts off now. Let me show you guys on the way home, and then we'll call it a day. I like putting just once in a while, just because I got to get these thoughts out to you before I'm on to something else. It's trident, 3 tridents in a row, and of course there's a squiggly looking trident on the bottom. These guys all know me here. It's a crazy thing. I get nothing. Just the acknowledgement that they know. That's it. Like when they move the trident. No waves, no nothing. I got them in town, but they, you know, I kind of credit myself on that. I want to walk you in here too. They have a whole spot they've done now over the last year or two right here. See if you can tell I can't really slow down much. See what they did to that tree? And then right in front of these, where the yellow leaves are, on the ground, it's become a giant spot, like seats and everything. Oh, I started telling you about the trident. Let me show it to you. Shout out to John. Oh, shout out to, you know, who, Harry. Or no, hold on a second. Shout out to Harry, too. Harry, what happened? You said you were going to, he was coming past here, and then I never heard from him again. He's like, I'm going to Colorado Springs. I was like, I'm sorry to hear that. I was just joking. Oh, so the trident's over there. So that just appeared. I can only show it to you really quick. See that leaner right there? And I've been staring at it every day. I think they're always by these patches of trees. It's every single one, you guys. Let me show you. Things I haven't shown you before. Oh, then my most interesting one I couldn't believe. So that's one of the things that I've been... This video is only for certain people. It's that one. I don't know if you can see their marker, but I can't really look. So I can't show it to you. And then this is one of my favorite patches where it's kind of in the open, but I was like, always fascinated that it was the only place they never marked. And then sure enough, this summer, a giant, I don't think you can see it now with the grass. I'll show it to you in the winter. A white trident appears. Maybe you can see it, I'm not sure. I got tractor trailers approaching me. There's a white trident in the middle of that. And then that's my buddy, the park ranger, lives right across the street from it. This guy is only 26 years old. Oh my God, they got him brainwashed. I've had a talk with him. I didn't mention what I did. Did I mention? I don't think I did. He is so, I wouldn't even bother. I knew like right away not even to mention. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like plausible deniability. The people that are the closest to it know the least. It's how it's done, you guys. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy thing. So in other words, a park ranger, he would think, would see stuff. You don't see anything unless they want you to. Yes, there's these 1 in a trillion sightings or videos I can't explain. But that's not this subject. So never think this subject has anything to do with any videos you've ever seen on the internet besides like people that go in the forest. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up. You want to see the new driveway? The video's already boring. We couldn't extend it. If you're really bored and like about to freak out, just sit there a little longer. I'll get you there. Here. You're about to throw your computers to the wall. Just wait another minute. I'll get you really bored. Here's the new driveway. It's got to be sealed yet, but I've been pulling into dirt and bumps for years, you guys. Very nice. Can you believe what this property's worth? Do you want me to tell you? I'm pretty open about money. I don't, because it's not mine, but it's not my place to say there. But since no one really, they're not in this light, so no one will know anyway. So it's just this here, just the fenced-in area here, which is the dirt. So it's basically a rectangle out to the road, which is like 1.5 acres or something. Just that one patch. The house and the barn is like $2 million, maybe more. Now after Corona and everything. Isn't that crazy? If I had $2 million, that's going to be somewhere else. Robert, say hello.
Hello.
Robert, if you had $2 million, would you live here? Or would you go somewhere else? I mean, on this ranch. So you had to spend $2 million. Would you spend it to buy this ranch and live here? Or would you go take your son and go to like Mississippi?
I'd live here.
You'd live right here?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting answer. This ranch. For $2 million, you'd make $10,000 a month payments to live here.
Well, if I had $2 million and I could just pay it at one time, I'd do it.
I wonder what her taxes are here.
Oh,
here, I got your Red Bulls.
he said something, but I don't remember.
Do you ever see that? There's that new thing people do. What's that?
I wish it was surrounded by forest.
I know, me too.
And if this was in the middle of the forest, Thank you.
Those
very
are
much.
expensive.
They are. Do I
There's
owe
a
you
bigger
more?
size. No, there's a bigger size. They were $14 for the 2. And I was like, all right, give me those. No, I actually have $1 for it.
Oh, you keep it.
It's a tip.
But if this place was even a little more, not even in the woods, but even in the, just off the beaten path a little more, I would love it.
Oh, me
Especially
too.
if it had that field.
Well, the beaten path's right there.
Yeah.
Right, we live in a dead zone. It's weird.
If it was right up there, I'd pay $2 million in a heartbeat.
We barely get a deer walking through. I mean, it's like,
Out back we do.
yeah, back here.
I've been watching.
But no, I mean, you could see as many deer in New Jersey in your backyard as you can next to our field. I'm not lying. I mean, it's crazy. We should have.
They're starting to come down.
Yeah, but they still stay away from here. They're in herds down there in 1,000, but won't come near our ranch.
I see them go right here, but in the deep winter they'll come through.
What do you think? This is the evil ranch? Like even they know to stay away?
I thought that before.
I see you. I see you. I see you.
Something dark lived here.
Want to come in the back? I'll get you treats. Get your treats. Love you guys over now. Hey, have you seen that? What do they do? I've never seen it, but I heard about it. Where I guess like good-looking girls and stuff. Like it's called. There's a name for it, and you just stream. So your whole life is just on camera. Can you imagine that? Who would watch me? Someone would, but it wouldn't be that many people. That's why. If I could make a lot of money, I mean, I guess I could do that. I wouldn't care. I'd be like, you guys would be really bored. But sometimes it wouldn't be. Could you imagine? No matter what happened, where I went, you would see every single move I made, how I got out. I'm telling you, you'd be really bored with this, but with what I do, you wouldn't be. I'm exceptionally good at what I do. And it's hard for me to do it while you're here because I just want to be friends and hang out. Like I have a friend here. It's like people come out for me to show himself and I'm just like, can we just like go have beers? It really is funny. I do break down a little bit. Thanks, Robert. Boehner, go. Boehner, no. Boehner wants his treat. Forgot what I was saying. Anyway, you guys, listen, have a great day. I could just go on forever. Oh yeah. So it's like, so I guess there's this platform. I don't know where you do it, but you just let these people just stream like always. I don't know if it's 24 hours a day or not. Like I'm not doing this. I'm just saying, could you imagine? Like it'd be so embarrassing, like all day long, no matter what happens, except maybe like you're like, hey, I'm going to the bathroom. Like the camera just waits like right behind this door and just like waiting for you to come back out. And you're there again. It just follows you. I mean, that would be crazy. Now I think it would be. I wouldn't do that forever, but I would let that happen for free. I don't even need money. I mean, I need the money, but like, it's not about money for me. I would do it to show you how real what I do is. That's why I would do it. That way if a real camera crew came in and followed, that's not what I want, but if they did and followed me, even if we had to do it that way, where it was a little bit blatant, read all this stuff and everything, I could still show you much better on how this is done and how I execute this and how if you could just see the whole day, like even if you were kind of bored with it, but like some of it like waiting for me to get there or whatever, but if you just sat there for this one video and watched everything, there's no editing at all. Like it was like you heard every blooper, every mistake, every nose blow, everything, every conversation in the car, no matter what's going on, the camera's like this, you're hearing it, you know what I mean? And I think that would be really interesting for like a week. So to do that for like a week, no acting. I mean, you're always going to be a little different because the camera's on you, so you're on your best behavior. Typically, not me though, really, because I only know how to act the way I am. I'm not an actor, so I would just be me. Maybe a little bit. I would probably try to be a little better for that, like to try, so people wouldn't like, you don't want to be, wow, look at this. I'm blown away by these clouds. It's like blew them. You know how like you blow glass? That's what it looks like. It looks like blown glass. Look at that. It's not just those. I've been all day. I'm seeing really, really beautiful, like unusual looking, like stretched. Look right there. Like solid, otherworldly looking clouds. I'm telling you guys, we live in such an amazing place. What did Ferris Bueller say? If you don't stop, take a look around once in a while. Exactly. It's really true. Just remember what I told you. Everything is true or has some truth to it. Love you guys. Have a great day.